What if everything you've been told about protecting your bones after 60 is completely backward? Not just incomplete, not outdated, but actually contributing to the very bone loss you've been trying so hard to avoid? According to new research on aging bone metabolism, the real danger isn't what most seniors assume. It's not simply low calcium, weak muscles, or the idea of getting older. The deeper threat is far quieter. A lack of specific biological signals your bones once received effortlessly. Signals that kept them dense, flexible, and fracture-resistant. The very signals that protect bone density and long-term bone health for seniors. And stay with me, because in a moment, you'll see how easily those signals can be switched back on to help stop osteoporosis before it accelerates. Here's the part most doctors never explain. Some of these signals can be reignited by certain fruits that act less like snacks and more like bone-active messengers. This isn't generic nutrition advice. These are doctor-recommended foods shown to support stronger bones naturally. But before we reveal which ones do this, let me ask you something unsettling. Could it be that the foods you trust every day, the ones that seem harmless, are failing to deliver the triggers your bones urgently need? And even more important, how many microscopic changes have already begun without you noticing? The early micro cracks too small for X-rays, the gradual height loss, the stiffness you write off as just aging. Coming up, I'll show you why ignoring these subtle signs can accelerate osteoporosis much faster than most people expect. If you're over 60, here's a truth that may challenge everything you've believed about bone health. Your bones are still alive, still responsive, and still capable of rapid improvement, but only when they receive the right molecular instructions. And those instructions don't always come from supplements or medications. They often come from unexpected sources growing quietly in orchards, vineyards, and tropical climates. Not sugary fruit bowls, not vague, healthy snacks, but very specific fruits for bone health that activate the pathways aging bones depend on. In a moment, you'll hear why these pathways slow down after 60, and why certain fruits can wake them up almost instantly to help rebuild bone density naturally. Did you know that some fruits can influence calcium signaling, collagen cross-linking, and even the aging rate of bone cells, all without you feeling anything in real time? And did you know that the right fruit at the right time of day can shift your entire bone turnover cycle while you sleep? A key factor in preventing bone loss and maintaining stronger bones after 60? Stay with me, because the next insight reveals why older adults often respond better to these foods than younger people. Here's the hopeful part. While osteoporosis often feels like a slow, irreversible decline, science now shows that targeted nutrition can interrupt that decline far more quickly than anyone expected. Not because fruit is healthy, but because a handful of doctor-recommended fruits contain compounds that behave like instructions. Instructions your bones immediately recognize and respond to. When those instructions show up consistently, bone density can stabilize, mobility can improve, and fear of unexpected fractures can begin to fade. And coming up, you'll see why even 1 or 2 small changes can create measurable improvements for seniors. So the real question becomes, which fruits truly deliver these bone-saving signals? And which ones are just marketing hype? Keep watching, because the answer is nothing like the standard calcium or vitamin D advice. In this video, you'll discover why certain fruits trigger rapid changes in bone resilience, how they communicate with aging bone cells, and why adding them strategically may help stop osteoporosis fast. Now, let's move into the first doctor-recommended fruit and uncover the science behind its unexpected power. For most adults over 60, osteoporosis is often described as something slow, gradual, or simply part of aging. But the truth is far more urgent. Bone loss can speed up quietly long before any symptom appears, weakening the microscopic structures that steady you on stairs, keep you confident on uneven ground, and protect you during even the smallest slip. According to new research on aging bone metabolism, the earliest warning signs rarely feel dramatic. The microcracks too small to detect, the subtle posture changes mistaken for stiffness, the growing dependence on handrails you barely notice happening day by day. And here's what most people never hear. Once these hidden shifts begin, they can snowball month after month, placing silent but significant stress on your hips, spine, and overall balance system, increasing your risk for fractures even without a major fall. Stay with me, Because in just a moment, you'll learn why this accelerated decline becomes even more pronounced after age 60. Yet there's real hope. Immediate, science-backed practical hope. Because your bones are not passive structures slowly wearing down. They are living, adaptive tissues capable of rebuilding when they receive the right biological signals. Even if a doctor has told you that bone density only goes down with age, modern research paints a different picture. Many older adults can stabilize and even improve their bone strength when specific nutrients activate the pathways responsible for collagen formation, calcium utilization, and bone cell renewal. And the best part is that these signals don't require extreme diets or complicated routines. They come from simple, everyday foods that support bone health for seniors, often ones you already enjoy without realizing their potential. Coming up next, you'll learn why older adults actually respond more strongly to these nutritional signals than younger adults do. But the most empowering truth is this: osteoporosis is not a one-way road. You are not stuck. You have tools, natural, scientifically supported tools, that can shift your trajectory starting today. In this video, you'll discover how certain everyday foods activate the same bone protective mechanisms your body relied on for decades, and how using them strategically can support stronger bones, steadier balance, and more confident movement. Instead of guessing which foods truly matter, you'll see exactly which nutritional patterns help your bones repair themselves faster, and why so many people over 60 notice meaningful improvements in weeks, not years. Keep watching, because the next insight reveals why some foods act like bone instructions, triggering responses no supplement can duplicate. Now that you understand the threat, the hope, and the natural path forward, let's transition into the first key strategy: a doctor-recommended fruit that begins sending restorative signals to aging bone cells the moment you introduce it into your routine. According to Harvard researchers studying age-related bone decline, one of the biggest reasons bone density drops so rapidly after age 60 is that the body becomes less efficient at activating the molecular pathways that once kept bones strong and responsive. Put simply, your bones aren't weakening only because of age. They're missing the critical signals they use to receive every single day. That's why so many older adults notice slower walking speed, morning stiffness, or a growing need to hold onto railings even without a major injury. Subtle early signs of declining bone health for seniors. Stay with me, because in a moment you'll learn why these silent shifts often accelerate long before a doctor detects them, increasing the risk of osteoporosis. A 2023 clinical review from the National Institute on Aging found that everyday foods can influence these bone protective pathways far more than most people realize, especially foods rich in specific antioxidants, minerals, and bioactive compounds. Think of it this way: what you eat can quietly either strengthen the scaffolding inside your bones or weaken it, even if you don't feel anything in the moment. Many seniors describe this sensation as, "I didn't fall, but it felt like I almost could." A subtle warning that the internal structure supporting stronger bones needs more reinforcement. And coming up, you'll see why the timing of certain foods can be just as important as the foods themselves, a key factor in helping stop osteoporosis naturally. Orthopedic nutrition specialists also report that natural compounds in some foods directly stimulate osteoblasts, the cells responsible for building bone, helping them stay active instead of aging prematurely. In everyday terms, a few strategic choices can literally wake up the very cells that keep you strong and steady. This is why many older adults say, "My balance feels better," or "My first steps in the morning aren't as stiff as before," even without major lifestyle changes. These shifts reflect improvements in bone strength and mobility, especially important for adults over 60. Keep watching, because next, you'll learn why some foods activate these bone-building cells almost instantly, while others barely make a difference. And research from the Journal of Bone Metabolism shows that specific fruits contain combinations of nutrients that interact with bone tissue more efficiently than many supplements. Your body often absorbs and uses nutrients more effectively when they come from whole foods rather than pills, a difference that becomes even more pronounced after age 60. This explains why seniors often feel more stable, energized, or confident within weeks of making a simple dietary adjustment that supports natural bone density repair. In a moment, you'll discover why this whole food advantage may be one of the biggest missing elements in traditional osteoporosis advice. All of this leads to an encouraging truth. You have far more control over your bone strength than you may have realized. And some of the most powerful tools are simple foods that work with your biology, not against it. Now, let's take the next step and break down what this means for your daily health, and how you can start applying it today to support stronger bones after 60. Now, let's count down through the doctor-recommended fruits that support stronger bones, steadier balance, and healthier aging. Each one backed by a clear biological effect and simple daily use. These fruits are among the most effective foods for naturally strengthening bone density, supporting calcium absorption, improving collagen integrity, and enhancing the signals aging bones depend on. Stay with me, because as we move down this list, the bone-building mechanisms become even more powerful for adults over 60. Number 10. Pomegranate. Pomegranate is one of the most underrated fruits for bone repair, primarily because it boosts nitric oxide signaling, a pathway that improves microcirculation so calcium can actually reach the bone regions most in need of restoration. Without proper blood flow, even the best nutrients fail to arrive where they're required. A small handful of fresh arils or a few spoonfuls mixed into yogurt is enough to activate these circulation benefits. Adults taking blood thinners should be cautious, as pomegranate may slightly intensify medication effects. Many seniors describe feeling more grounded and secure during their first morning steps, a sign that improved circulation is helping stabilize bone tissue. And coming up, you'll see how one tropical fruit amplifies vitamin D activity far more than most people expect. Number 9. Mango. Mango directly supports the body's ability to activate vitamin D receptors, a crucial step that determines whether calcium is fully absorbed into bone cells or simply passes through unused. For adults over 60, when calcium efficiency naturally declines, this activation becomes essential for maintaining bone strength and preventing the early stages of osteoporosis. About half a cup of ripe mango cubes makes an ideal afternoon snack. Those who are pre-diabetic should be mindful of portion size due to natural sugars. When vitamin D signaling improves, the spine, hips, and leg joints receive more consistent mineral support, leading to steadier movement and stronger daily posture. Next, you'll meet a fruit that protects bone minerals during heat, dehydration, and everyday physical strain, a benefit especially important for seniors. Number 8. Watermelon. Watermelon is far more than a refreshing summer treat. For adults over 60, it plays a surprisingly important role in protecting bone density and maintaining stable mineral balance. Its rich potassium content helps neutralize excess acids in the bloodstream, a quiet but significant factor that can cause the body to pull calcium out of the bones during periods of stress, dehydration, or physical exertion. When potassium levels are adequate, the body is better able to retain calcium where it belongs, inside the skeletal framework that supports every movement you make. That's why enjoying just 1 cup of chilled watermelon cubes after a walk, gardening session, or light household activity can do more than cool you down. It helps restore bone chemistry at a moment when your mineral reserves are most vulnerable. Seniors who integrate watermelon into their routine often describe fewer nighttime aches, less bone heaviness, and a more relaxed sensation in the hips and lower back. These early changes are subtle but meaningful signs that bone minerals are staying balanced rather than drifting toward depletion. Stay with me, because next you'll learn about a fruit that strengthens the collagen matrix, the very structure that keeps bones flexible and fracture-resistant. Number 7. Pineapple. Pineapple offers a unique advantage for adults seeking stronger bones and better joint comfort. Its natural enzyme bromelain works deep within connective tissues to calm low-grade inflammation that often accelerates age-related bone and joint decline. This inflammation can slowly stiffen movement patterns, weaken balance responses, and reduce the efficiency of the body's bone repair cycle. Bromelain helps counter that process, supporting smoother motion and a more resilient musculoskeletal system. A few slices of fresh pineapple with breakfast or lunch are usually enough to activate these anti-inflammatory effects. Most adults tolerate pineapple well, although those with very sensitive mouths may notice mild irritation if they consume too much at once. What matters most is consistency. Seniors who add pineapple regularly often report easier bending, less tension when rising from a chair, more fluid transitions during daily tasks, and an overall sense of improved joint ease. These functional improvements hint that inflammation is calming down and that the collagen network inside the bones is receiving the supportive signals it needs. And coming up, you'll hear how a simple orange-colored fruit helps older adults hold onto bone minerals more effectively, a mechanism most people have never heard explained. Number 6. Apricots, fresh or dried. Apricots offer one of the most practical yet underrated nutritional advantages for adults over 60 who want to protect and rebuild bone density naturally. Their unique mineral profile helps stabilize the body's pH levels, a factor that quietly influences long-term calcium retention. When pH drifts too acidic, the body may draw minerals from the bones to restore balance, weakening the structure over time. Apricots counter this process, helping the bones hold on to the calcium they already have, while also supporting the internal hydration that keeps bone tissue resilient and less prone to microscopic stress fractures. 2 to 3 dried apricots or 1 fresh apricot with breakfast is all most seniors need to begin feeling subtle yet meaningful improvements. Dried versions are more calorie-dense, so portion awareness is important, especially for adults monitoring weight or blood sugar. Many older adults who add apricots consistently describe a growing sense of stability on stairs, easier transitions when standing up, and reduced discomfort during long walks, early indicators that mineral balance and bone hydration are improving beneath the surface. Stay with me, because next you'll discover a berry that can influence bone cell lifespan more effectively than many supplements marketed for osteoporosis today. Number 5. Blueberries. Blueberries deliver a powerful defense against age-related bone loss, working deep inside the marrow where the body's bone-building cells, osteoblasts, reside. As we age, oxidative stress increases, putting these cells under continuous strain and shortening their lifespan. Blueberries counter this process with anthocyanins, antioxidants that help osteoblasts stay active longer, allowing them to repair microscopic damage that weakens the skeletal framework. When osteoblasts function efficiently, the body is better equipped to maintain stronger bones, stability, and confident movement. A simple handful of blueberries added to oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie is enough to activate this protective pathway. Some adults may notice slightly darker stool, a harmless effect caused by the berry's pigments. More important are the functional benefits seniors repeatedly report: smoother gait, more coordinated steps, improved steadiness on uneven ground, and a noticeable reduction in the hesitation step that often accompanies declining bone density. These changes suggest that bone cells are receiving stronger signals to rebuild rather than break down. Stay with me, because the next fruit reaches even deeper into bone microarchitecture, influencing structural integrity in ways most people never imagine. Number 4. Raspberries. Raspberries may look delicate, but inside these small berries is a powerful set of bioactive compounds that help slow one of the most overlooked drivers of age-related bone loss. As adults pass age 60, inflammatory cytokines gradually rise, weakening the microscopic bone framework long before symptoms show up. Raspberries counter this process by lowering those cytokines and supporting a more stable internal bone environment. When inflammation decreases, the collagen-rich lattice inside bones can maintain its strength rather than thinning month after month. This is one reason nutrition researchers increasingly consider raspberries a meaningful daily habit for anyone hoping to stop osteoporosis naturally. They're also effortless to use. Add a small handful to morning yogurt, oatmeal, or blend them into an evening smoothie. Thawed frozen raspberries provide the same benefits and are easier to chew for those with sensitive gums or dentures. Many older adults describe early improvements such as smoother first steps in the morning, reduced stiffness before getting out of bed, and more confident transitions when walking on uneven surfaces. These subtle shifts often signal that bone microarchitecture is experiencing less internal stress, a foundation the body needs before meaningful bone density improvements can occur. Stay with me, because next you'll discover a fruit with a rare calcium activation mechanism almost no one talks about, yet it may play a major role in supporting stronger bones for seniors. 3. Guava. Guava is one of the most overlooked but scientifically compelling fruits for bone health, especially for adults over 60. Its extremely high vitamin C concentration fuels collagen synthesis, the structural process that keeps bones resilient, flexible, and capable of handling everyday pressure. Without strong collagen, even calcium-rich diets cannot fully support bone rebuilding. Guava strengthens this foundation, helping the body rebuild what age, stress, and inflammation gradually erode. But guava's benefits go further. It enhances calcium utilization inside the bone matrix, ensuring that the calcium you consume is actually absorbed and directed to the right biological pathways. For older adults, whose calcium absorption becomes less efficient with age, this dual mechanism, collagen support plus calcium activation, offers a uniquely powerful advantage. It's one of the reasons guava is increasingly cited in discussions around natural ways to improve bone density and reduce the long-term risks associated with osteoporosis. Half a guava or a cup of slices each day is enough for most adults. Choose ripe guavas for better digestion, as firm ones may cause bloating. Seniors who use guava consistently often describe a steadier gait, more confident balance on stairs, and a noticeable sense of internal support when standing up from chairs or stepping off curbs. These improvements may reflect enhanced bone cell communication, a process that becomes less efficient with age but can be reawakened with the right nutritional signals. Stay with me, because the next fruit in this series helps aging osteoblasts, your bone-building cells, stay younger, more active, and more responsive, offering benefits no supplement can fully match. Number 2. Red grapes. Red grapes provide one of the most overlooked advantages in bone health for seniors because of their high resveratrol content, a compound shown to slow osteoblast aging at the cellular level. As osteoblasts stay younger and more active, they continue repairing microscopic bone damage that accumulates silently with age. In practical terms, that means the internal bone-building team remains productive instead of burning out early. A small handful of red grapes paired with a few nuts is usually enough to activate this protective response while keeping blood sugar stable. Adults taking blood thinners should monitor intake, as our resveratrol may subtly enhance medication effects. Many seniors describe a surprising improvement in everyday mobility once they incorporate red grapes consistently, especially during transitions that depend heavily on bone strength and coordination, such as standing up from a chair, stepping off curbs, or stabilizing after a sudden shift in balance. These small but meaningful changes often signal that bone cell vitality is improving from the inside out. Stay with me, because the next fruit works through an entirely different mechanism that supports overnight bone repair, something no supplement can duplicate in the same way. Number 1. Tart cherries. Tart cherries offer one of the most powerful natural tools for slowing osteoporosis progression and rebuilding bone density during sleep. Their deep red pigments are rich in anthocyanins, antioxidants that dramatically reduce oxidative stress, a major driver of accelerated bone aging. But the most remarkable effect is how tart cherries enhance the body's nighttime bone-building cycle, supporting the same repair rhythm that keeps bones dense, resilient, and fracture-resistant. For older adults, this nighttime advantage is critical because the efficiency of bone turnover naturally declines after 60. A small bowl of frozen tart cherries or a serving of pure tart cherry concentrate, taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed, is enough to activate these benefits. Choosing unsweetened versions helps prevent unnecessary spikes in blood sugar. Many adults over 60 report noticeable improvements in morning stability, reduced stiffness, smoother first steps, and even more confidence on uneven surfaces within just a few weeks of consistent use. These early improvements often reflect deeper shifts happening inside the bone structure itself, shifts that can help stop osteoporosis from accelerating further. And coming up, you'll discover why tart cherries become exponentially more effective when paired with certain other fruits from this list, a combination approach most people have never heard about. Now that you've seen what each of these doctor-recommended fruits contributes individually, the real breakthrough comes from learning how to combine them strategically. When used together, their effects on bone density, balance, circulation, and nighttime repair become significantly stronger, often producing faster, more noticeable improvements than any single food on its own. In the next section, you'll learn exactly how to build simple, daily combinations that work with your body's natural rhythms to support stronger bones after 60, steadier gait, and confidence with every step. If you've been feeling unsteady, tired, or worried about your bones lately, you're not alone. The encouraging truth is that your body can still adapt and grow stronger at any age, even if you're already dealing with bone density concerns or early signs of osteoporosis. Tell us in the comments, how old are you, and what's your biggest health goal right now? Your story might inspire another senior who's watching and wondering where to begin on their journey to stronger bones. Always check with your doctor before making major changes to your diet or routine. Your body still has an incredible ability to rebuild, even later in life. If this video helped, give it a like and share it with someone who needs a little hope today. And stay with us. What comes next may give you the confidence to take your next step toward better bone health.